What is going on, Jets Nation, and welcome back to Flight 5. Of course, here with Nick and the rest of the crew. We got Brian.
What's up, Adi?
We got Frank.
What's going on?
We got Christine. And Bill on the couch.
What's up, Adi?
And of course, Anthony in production back there. As always, he just gave a
no camera,
salute to
Anthony.
everyone.
Creep.
Well, today is actually the last show we will do without real Jets football, which is very exciting. I mean, I know some people might not consider training camp real football, but we do, and we're excited. Rookies report to camp on Monday, the 23rd. Veterans on Thursday, the 26th, and practices begin on Friday, the 27th. And the first public practice would be Saturday, the 28th. So starting next Friday, we're already in camp. So
getting excited.
Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of rookies, we are going to be joined by first-round pick Quinton Coples around 7:15.
Excellent.
We're going to be talking to him about camp, what's to come, what's came already at UNC. We got a bunch of stuff to get into with that.
Are you going to are you going to Cortland, Vadi?
Am I going?
Tell everyone why you're not going to Cortland.
This is a good story, so listen.
I'm not going to Cortland. Not because I can't. It's because I choose not to, because I've been to training camp 4 different years, and all 4 times the Jets haven't made the playoffs.
So you got to stay home.
Superstitious.
For the team's sake, for all of us, all in Jets Nation, for everybody here, I will not be attending Cortland. So if the tradition stays, it looks like we'll be making the playoffs this year.
Nice.
So
That sounds
There'll
great.
be a lot more guys in Cortland then. You can put your finger on that one.
I'll be there in 10 days.
I'm trying to.
Looks like Frank got a haircut, by the way.
It
Yeah,
does
you
look
guys like it?
I like
Did
it.
you see Frank cut his hair with the Brucey sunglasses? Look at that haircut.
Frank, is
Does
that
it
a,
really look that bad? And can I get a close up?
No, I like it.
Is it?
No, did you get a salad with it, though?
Bro, let me ask you, what did you get, a free bowl of soup with that haircut?
Frank, I actually like it. And I like the Marcus
looks good
Dixon
on you,
jersey, too.
Yeah, you like it, right?
Marcus Dixon
My man,
jersey.
Marcus Dixon. Let's go, baby.
Threw off Birdman. But we're gonna get into Rex Ryan's weight loss a little bit. He's down 106 pounds.
Tremendous.
We'll talk about it. Is tremendous. We'll talk about if you like it or not. I don't like seeing a fellow fatty defatty that drastically.
But you're defatting yourself.
But he
you
looks
hypocrite.
so good, and he's
He does.
changing his
Yeah.
life for the better.
He's svelte, you know.
He
Svelte,
is
yeah.
He's svelte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta turn to the side in that picture, though. He's much bigger.
Bill- yeah, see, Bill doesn't
it's
buy
a
it.
joke. I don't buy it. I don't.
Bill
Why are you
thinks-
hating for, Bill?
106 pounds
You've always
is a
been
lot.
a skinny creep. You know, you never had a battle
No,
of the
Bill
bulge.
was a fatty at a
I want a
point.
chubby head
Yeah.
coach.
Really?
I want
Yeah.
A chubby head coach?
Better.
We're gonna open up the phone lines for everyone, obviously.
Well, it's gonna
Only
be
time, yeah, that's true.
What about
Only time
Andy
we won't
Reid?
be taking calls is when Quinton calls in. But the number, as always, to call in 914-595-4871. Give us a call. Hit us up on Twitter at 5 letter N live. Do that. Do the chat room right here on ZenLive.tv. We're also going to talk about some of the cuts in the NFL. The Steelers cut Jonathan Scott, an offensive tackle. Very interesting. I don't know, maybe bring him in for depth. I don't know if the Jets like what they already have, but it's definitely worth talking about, so we'll do that. Also, Cedric Benson had an interview earlier this week, and he was talking about how the Jets had interest earlier in the offseason, but whether he doesn't want to take the vet minimum or the Jets want to see what they have in camp. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people were talking about that all week.
He actually broke
Yeah.
down in that interview with Adam Shine.
Yeah.
It was on SiriusXM Blitz.
Broke down as and started crying.
Yeah, it broke down as he got emotional. Why he's earned this bad rep and he just wants to play ball. And I understand it. It was touching, and if it sounds like the guy wants to play, but if he's not going to take a minimum deal, I don't know who's going to pick him up unless somebody gets injured.
Yeah, I just wrote an article for the Jets blog about this. I think it's up. Talking a lot about what you were just saying, and he's coming off this third 1,000-yard plus season in a row. So that's like, from his standpoint, I can sort of understand. He feels like he would be a valuable asset to a team.
I'll tell you this: if he played as well as he did against the Jets in 2009, because that game because I was at that game when I saw him play. He played unbelievable.
How did
He was
Cincinnati do that
aggressive.
game?
Oh, they got beat bad. I understand.
But he's a
that.
hard runner. Absolutely.
He's a hard runner.
Do you know
could
that-
see how his style of running, might not hold up for that long. So,
He and
They want to get younger. You always want to get younger running back.
Especially with
He's
the quarterback
between
they
9,
have,
30
yeah.
years old. Yeah.
he's gonna be 30, or he is almost.
Yeah.
He and Sean Grade had almost identical stat lines last season. It's it's kind of weird. Like yards per carry, everything. So
Yeah, they both shouldn't be on teams.
no, I'm just saying. I think it seems like the kind of I don't know.
Anyway, we're also
Sorry,
getting
move on.
into a little bit of Tebow possibly replacing Mark Sanchez as the Jets' red zone quarterback.
And
Even though we were number 1 in the NFL last year in red zone efficiency, so I'm not quite sure.
Cue the Plaxico tweets
about that. So we'll get into that a little bit, and we'll
Plaxico is on our He Dead also.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We gotta bring
I'm
that
going
up.
to get into the Heat Dead too, and then we're also going to be playing. If you can see the board behind Bill and Christine over there, we'll be playing. We'll be messing around a little bit with some of the idiots who've gotten arrested the past few
That's a
weeks
good
and
word.
months in the
just
office.
a few.
Yeah, a few idiots
28
up
of them.
there. We have some funny categories, some questions. We'll be playing some Jeopardy after the break later on. And
Hey, Nick.
we'll get into Holmes' comments about the media and everything. But let's open it up, guys.
Holmes,
Shoot,
sweet
we got
Holmes.
free for all here. What's going on?
yeah, I want to.
Well, can I say something really fast?
Sure.
I know we're here to talk about football and like have fun, but I just want to say really, really quickly. I don't want to damper the mood, but I think I speak for all of us when I say like our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Colorado who is affected by what happened earlier today, and it's really awful. And I just wanted to say that. I know it seems a little weird to be talking about that here,
not
but
at all.
anyway.
It's all over the news. I mean,
Yeah.
it's on every news outlet in
Tragic, it really is.
in the country right now. Maybe even in the world. I know my grandmother called my father about it from Italy, so they know about it there. It's kind of ironic because yesterday I made plans finally to go out to Colorado. I'm actually going out to Colorado in a couple weeks, so it was kind of weird how this happened. That night. It's almost like someone
like
telling me don't go out to Colorado, you might get
Yeah.
eaten by a bear or something. I don't know. So
I think it sort of just puts your life in perspective. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely,
just,
absolutely. Thoughts and prayers go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
anyway, sorry.
It's some.
Yeah, everybody's Debbie Downer.
Probably better that Christine was the one to
Yeah.
say it too. So.
To lighten the mood a little bit,
yeah.
Nick found an interesting tweet this week from Mike Florio. That
Yes,
he wants
I
to
did.
show people. And then, Mom and Dad, I want you to pay attention to this because Nick turned this tweet into something about your son. So you got go ahead, Nick, introduce it.
I mean, now you're putting me on the spot with the
Go
embellishments.
ahead.
And
My
anyway,
mom and dad are watching.
This is from Mike Florio and Pro Football Talk. There was some breaking news on the website earlier this week. If you're watching right now, you can see it. The Vikings actually hired a self-described scumbag to take over their to talk to their rookies. Now,
Self-described scumbag.
self-described scumbag. The guy
Absolutely.
calls himself a scumbag. Now,
At least he's honest.
we did a little digging up to when we were just starting up the show here, and we hired the whole cast, Bill, Christine, Frank. We found the studio here, the whole Jets type of show, and we actually found the article that was on Pro Football Talk about when we hired Brian. So I don't know if Ant wants to throw that up too. This was on Pro Football Talk. Flight 5 hires a real Brooklyn scumbag to talk to their fans.
I made it, Mom. I made it.
So, and the picture up there is tremendous too. Your head and the hair.
It's impeccable.
Very sensual in
impeccable.
that picture. Very sensual.
Let me tell you that when I saw that tweet, tears started shooting out of my eyes. that was excellent, bro.
Oh my God, I had to when I saw that on Pro Football Talk. I was like, I have to. This is like, because I don't know if anybody sees like our little inside joke / tweets about hashtag SB and everything. That's basically us calling each other scumbags. So it was kind of funny to see, but. Let's get into some real football talk quick. We will have Quinton Coples calling around 7:15. But let's open up the phone lines for everybody until then. 914-595-4875. I'm sorry, 4871. And call us about anything. Any of the topics we just touched on, about Quinton Coples, anything on your mind, give us a shout. And tweet us too, @5andLive. We see our boys in the chat over here. Hog Boss, as always, our Patriots boy, too. But let's open it up for you guys. What do you guys got?
Well, we were having an interesting conversation last night about Santonio Holmes, and also, I'm sure everyone saw him on NFL Network, except for me, since I don't have an NFL Network.
I actually moved because
I don't.
I moved to a neighborhood that had Verizon because I can't live without the NFL Network.
I mean, I saw it online later, but and then also the article that Rich Cimini wrote the next day in relation to Santonio's comments about how the media is negative. So I don't know if you want to kind of get back into that, Brian.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Rich Cimini kind of surprised me yesterday because I was listening to 1050 ESPN Radio, and he actually complimented Holmes, saying that Holmes is actually a hard worker in practice. He's always around the young players. He can see him taking a leadership role this year, which is, I don't want to say contradictory, but it's a little bit of an opposite tone of what he was talking about yesterday with regards to Holmes whining.
That was the title of his article.
Holmes
San Antonio whines about the media.
Yeah, something like that. And
at least the guy's honest, and he is the main beat reporter for ESPN New York. So for the Jets. So he might be doing something right, even though we all hate him.
He could sit there and be dead quiet.
I don't know.
Hate him?
I know a lot of people tweet about him. So
well, I know I have been especially sensitive to just how, not even negative, but like the media stuff has really, really gotten out of control the last couple, since the end of the season. So I think that people are just very sensitive to it. Mm-hmm. And it is their job to report the news, but I think we can all agree that there was a little more than just reporting news going on with that article. And you know what?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm actually fortunate enough to have met him and gotten to speak to him at length. And it's like two different people, I think it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with him. He could sit there and say nothing and, he's shunning the media. Then he could open his mouth and say hello, and they'll misconstrue how he said hello. At this point, I think it just comes down to what happens on the field.
Well, what do you think about the Holmes situation? What do you think about, what do you think about Holmes' stance that the media in New York, specifically for the Jets, they, seek this negative, outlook on anything. They want the negative, response over the positive response. They want the guy who, after the game has his head down and doesn't want to talk to them, so they assume he's not a leader. They want that.
Well, that's what sells, right?
Yeah, and that is what sells. And listen, this is what I'm going to say, too. If it didn't happen, it wouldn't be reported on. It happened last year. We all saw it during the Miami game.
Absolutely.
We all saw it in the locker room after the game. Everyone saw it, so it happened. They reported on it. From Santonio's perspective, he did not get to produce at the level he wanted to. The guy had 654 yards. Come on, man. Santonio's ridiculously good.
But to me, that does not warrant...
Well, it warrants frustration because if I have to come into work every day and my partner is bringing me down and I can't succeed at the level I'm capable of because of the guy next to me, I will express frustration.
But you have to work together. You have to work together. And the analogy that I used yesterday, do we have time? Sorry.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, I'm an actress, and on stage. And for me, I said this yesterday, when I'm in a show, and I've been in a show with people who I don't think are very good, or I think are bringing down the quality of the show, or are not on their game. They went out tune that night before, they partied too hard, whatever.
Yeah.
And but you still have to do the show. You still have to put on a show for the people who are in the front row or whatever, who paid hundreds of dollars to see the show. It doesn't matter what I personally think of them. It doesn't matter how good I think they are. I still have to do a show. Now, after the show's over, I can go to stage management and say, so-and-so messed up, or you need to work with so-and-so, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and work with those people. So to me, I feel like his frustration, fine, that's fine, but he still has to go out there and play like a teammate. Now, that being said, a person can change, and because of what he did in December doesn't mean forever and ever everything he does has to be
ridiculed. Yeah.
Well, you know what solves all this? Winning.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what
winning.
my point was gonna be.
Winning.
Yeah, but my point is
winning.
he should still be a team player regardless.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
but look, he gave somebody $10 this week, and look at the scrutiny he took for giving it.
Right.
It's ridiculous. He did this. I agree with you totally, Christine. I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. I understand both sides of this story. Like I said, I agree with Bill also. I think that winning solves everything.
Yeah, especially with a guy like Santonio Holmes. He's never really put up numbers like 1,400 yards. You know what I mean? He had 1 year over 1,000 yards. He was a big factor, and he won football games in Pittsburgh.
He makes big plays. He makes big plays.
He's known as the clutch guy.
You know what?
And look, he didn't complain in Week 5. He didn't complain in Week 10. He complained on the last series in Week 17.
That's a good point.
The game was over. Our shot at the playoffs was over. Everybody in their mothers knew that Shoddy was gone.
Oh.
It's obvious that Holmes and everybody else, nobody liked Shoddy. Nobody respected him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, you don't like to see it, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't want to see it, especially you don't want to see it on the field. You don't want to see anybody quit on your team. But the fact that he didn't quit Week 7 and the fact that he didn't go to the media blabbering Week 8, Week 9, he waited till Week 17, still it's not right. But I just think it was kind of it was killed by the media. They always give him a hard
Absolutely, of
time.
course.
Let me play
You know.
devil's advocate for a minute, really quick. He did say something about and I'm a San Antonio Holmes fan. He did say something about the offensive line during the year. And
Yeah.
maybe, you know what, maybe because he was elected a captain by Rex, you know, he was told, you know what, speak your mind. And I mean, I don't mind somebody speaking their mind if they could perform on the field. I guess, again, it comes down to a right and a wrong way to do it.
I think there's one name where, taken out of this equation because if you remember after the season when LT came out and had comments to say about this person, Plax has said comments about this person. No one's really come out against Holmes. They came out against Sanchez. So you never know, man. It might be more marked than you actually think. Maybe not.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a call here on Flight 5. You're on with us. What's going on?
Nick, how you doing?
Good. How's it going?
This is Brian Senior. How's everything?
Hey, what's going on?
I like that little thing you had before with Brian on there.
You like the article?
You failed to mention one thing.
What?
He's a good-looking scumbag.
That's well, he gets it from his father.
That's
so.
definitely
not the
that
Right there, Pops.
Not the scumbag part, Senior. I'm talking about the good-looking
looks.
part.
I didn't plant this call.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, on the side, I just got my new copy of Jets Confidential today, and I have to say something about this Jamal Dan Leatherthorpe.
Please do, because I don't want to be the one to say it. So I'd love if you did.
In the article today, not really praised, but he poo-pooed all of Mulligan's penalties and said he was the only blocking tight end we had.
You know what? He might have been the only blocking tight end here, but he was more of a liability than an asset.
Well, I know that, but Leatherthorpe didn't make it sound like that.
Well, you know what? Listen, you already paid for your subscription, so you're screwed.
Yeah, I know. Well, I always use it for a backup of toilet paper.
All right, Pop.
All right, guys, have a good show.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for the call.
He's not from Brooklyn, right?
No, not at all.
You sure you didn't plant that?
One
call?
night,
I swear my dad's not the calling type. That's classic.
one night we went out to dinner, and all I heard from Brian and some other guy from Brooklyn, some other SB, all I heard was about this Brooklyn education. You can go to Harvard. You can go to Princeton. You go to Colgate, man. We're ranked number 17th now. Shout out to my Colgate people. But you can go anywhere. But when you're born in Brooklyn,
It's a second
the Brooklyn
education.
education.
It really is.
Oh, you guys made it seem like it was the first education.
No,
like
but it's a second
number one.
education. If
No,
you make
I
it out.
agree.
If you make it out.
If you make it
It's
out.
the truth. You know how many of my friends I grew up with that died or in jail or whatnot?
Oh yeah, no,
It's not funny. Yeah, they did.
No. Speaking of dead, or dead, he dead. The results are in. We're not going to give them to you now, but at the end of the show, when we normally do the he dead, we have the results for the season 1 finale between Darren Ravel and Plaxico Burress. We know the winner. You guys don't, but you have to stay tuned to the end of the show and wait for the video. We put up a video together for the he dead, and then we'll start the a new season 2 of he dead soon. But the winner may surprise a little bit. I know Christine's a little. I don't want to say nervous or excited because I don't want to give it away.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to all my tweets because both of the finalists were from my He Did nominations. So I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. You guys did a good job. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who voted. We had actually a lot of voters on the first few rounds. There was one surprise. I was surprised that Kavanaugh, and I was surprised that Plax even made it this long. And Florio and Rovell was the best.
Mac Miller should have won. It's damn
that's
shame.
Frank,
Or Isaiah.
Okay, we can reuse
It's a
people,
damn
right?
shame.
It is a damn shame.
Yeah, we can. We definitely can reuse
definitely.
people.
Florio will be back, you guys.
Yeah.
I can promise
first day.
that.
But anyway, let's get into a kind of like Tebow, Holmes, and Sanchez here because we were, Holmes was talking about on NFL Network also with the media and the 2 quarterback system, saying that the 2 quarterback system won't work in the NFL. You can't take your starting quarterback, whoever it is, you can't take him out of the flow of the game. He didn't like that. Then now you bring in the whole article that Samini wrote about Tebow replacing Sanchez in the red zone. Again, even though the Jets were ranked 1, I don't know. What do you guys think
They
about
were
the
second
whole...
at the end of the year.
Oh, okay, so either or they're up in the top 5, top 3 even. But what do you guys think about the whole replacing Sanchez and with Tebow in the red zone for the rushing touchdowns and all that?
How about not replacing him, but how about on the field at the same time? Can that work?
Well, in
Can
the
we
article,
split them out? I'm kind of disregard the article because I really don't read them or pay attention.
No,
to
I know, I hear you.
But how about lining them up as a split, lining up as a tight, as an H-back?
Well, I think my first problem with the whole conversation is that if you actually read what he said in the article was that he said they plan to replace him as a running back / blocker.
Nice.
So, like, to me, I sort of interpreted that as in a situation where they would run the ball at the goal line anyway, they're going to bring Tebow in to either be the runner or help the runner run into the goal. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't interpret it as like, oh, they're taking Sanchez out like every time they go to the red zone and replacing him. I'm not saying that you said that, but that was like the reaction on Twitter was like, oh, what about Sanchez's psyche? Like,
yeah, there will be times, however, that Sanchez is out of the game. Tebow's in running that option read because it is very effective on the goal line. A lot of analysts last year who've looked into the numbers claim that Tebow was actually one of the most effective guys with the football in his hand on the goal line. So in terms of yards per carry and touchdown efficiency,
12 touchdowns last
if you remember in fantasy, speaking of fantasy, it's coming up soon. Nick, you're in our league, by the way, even though you claim you're not.
About that.
You're doing fantasy.
We'll see.
Tebow came in first after 3 weeks of starting at Denver. He was number 1 in fantasy. Why? Because the guy can score goal line touchdowns, and that's what he does, and he does it very well. So I'd rather almost have I'd rather have Tebow in running his option read than maybe a handoff to Mr. Green, to be honest. But
you got to look at short yardage situations and the Brad Smith role.
Yeah.
We really missed that last year.
Definitely.
And that's what he's coming here to say. Bill Polian had some great stuff on the Sirius radio this morning saying that the Brad Smith role is really where Tebow's going to shine, and you're not going to see him. You're not going to see Sanchez in, Tebow out, Sanchez in, Tebow out. It's going to be Sanchez's game. He's got to find his rhythm, and then Tebow's going to have that Brad Smith
supplement.
Supplement role.
Yeah, but you can't underestimate the fact that Tebow can make some nice throws as well on the goal
here
line.
we go.
Remember that
Here
throw
we
to
go.
Eddie Royal?
Throw
to Eddie Royal was a great throw. Throw to Dante Rosario last year on the sideline. That's a great throw too.
That's what's going to keep defenses on.
Remember against Chicago?
That's a good
what's gonna
point,
keep
Bill.
Chicago.
That's a good
Absolutely.
point.
I guess I know people are like upset about this, but I guess from my point of view is like we have this guy on this team. This is like actually in my mind using him for what he actually does well.
That's right.
Right.
So I feel like that is something we should celebrate.
Well, Sanchez threw in 53 games, he has 43 red zone touchdown passes. And I have a stat here, which is very interesting to me. During his career inside the 10-yard line, Sanchez has he's rushed 15 times for 11 touchdowns, and Tebow has rushed 11 times for 9 touchdowns. So it's not like Sanchez, that's not where Sanchez struggles. We got to give the guy some credit here because everybody's so quick to kill Sanchez. Obviously, I look like a homer because I'm wearing his college jersey, but I'm usually fair with Sanchez. And if you're talking about, replacing this guy in the red zone, that brings it back to the point where I was always complaining about Schottenheimer, not using Sanchez to his strengths. Roll him out of the pocket, play action. Those are Sanchez's strengths. This is Sanchez's strength. There's red zone. I don't know why you take it away.
How many of his rush touchdowns were broken down plays?
There was a couple times where he...
a lot of the times you see
broken down plays and he runs it in.
A lot of their times too, they were play actions.
Tebow has
they were
designed
play
runs.
action
He's
rollouts.
a different type of runner. Well, Sanchez isn't even a runner. He doesn't take.
He
I
moves
wish
good in the
would take-
pocket, but he does.
He does.
Not last year he didn't. The year before he did. 2010 he
How was
moved.
the offensive line to move around in the pocket?
It
Was there
doesn't.
a pocket? No,
Listen, Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl with a pretty bad pass blocking offensive line. So don't give me that.
Three huge
and
injuries.
so did Ben Roethlisberger, and a lot of it times. And Jay Cutler has
But
a
look
terrible
at Ben
offensive line.
Roethlisberger, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's huge. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying. I saw a
I
lot
know,
of
you're
flinching
right.
on Sanchez's part last year, and I wasn't happy with it. That's for
Well,
that's
not for nothing.
Sure.
I think after that Baltimore game, he was shell shocked. Let's be honest.
That's not what a true professional
All
does.
right, I understand,
in my
Well, then
opinion.
you're
Homer,
getting
what I'm
Boomer
trying to say is-
Esiason.
I'm not a homer. I'm not from Florida or Denver.
By the way, did you
Buddy was
guys
from Nice, though.
did you guys see that that picture that Eric tweeted out today that was like half gator, half jet?
I saw
Logo?
like the what was it? Gators Jets or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
I saw that. Look, I know everybody's
Sorry,
worried about all the
digression.
Tebow fans and what's going to happen during the year, but as of right now, all of them so far, the most of them that follow the show and tweet and everything,
Fantastic.
they're all
No,
pretty
they're
cool.
excellent.
They're all
Absolutely.
really cool. So
I had a good tweet the other day, and I was wondering your guys' opinions on this one. Let's say hypothetically, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's say in training camp, Tebow outperforms Sanchez. Let's just say he comes in every day, he plays better than him, makes better throws, the whole nine, just plays a lot better than Sanchez. Is there a chance that Tebow possibly starts the year as a starter if he completely let's say he outperforms Sanchez in training camp?
Zero.
And he shows leadership and the team revolves around him and he's
zero.
It's not zero. I don't think so.
It's like
I'll give him 1%.
1%.
I'll give him
If he
1%.
outperforms, I'm saying not saying it's going to
0.5%.
happen.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't.
If Sanchez loses a leg, maybe. But other than that, I don't see it happening.
If he outperforms him in training camp and gets the team
How is he
behind
gonna
him,
with no one?
I'm saying if he did. I'm
He's
saying
gotta
if
take
he did.
That means he has to take snaps with the ones. Which
Yeah,
is it's
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
limited.
saying.
It's going to be limited.
I don't even think that's even worth like a topic because I just think the chances of that is so slim, basically none. That who's he? Like, he came into minicamp as a starter. He, whatever you want to talk about, Jets West or whatever, he led that up.
Yeah, and who was
From all
there
accounts
always?
Says he's pretty good.
Who was
He
always
looked pretty
there?
good. What do you mean?
Tebow was there, right behind
he got
him,
invited.
right in his shadow,
You
like
were
you saw in the
hilarious.
ESPYs.
I love it.
Why am I hilarious? I'm looking at the
it's
truth.
No, it's
just
legitimate.
out there. It's
No.
blatantly out there.
Like an Angels in the outfield, it could happen.
If
Oh, nice.
okay, I guess they brought in Tebow just to have him there and do his little wildcat thing 3 or 4 times a
Absolutely.
game.
Frank, they didn't bring in Tebow
would
to
say
be the
3 to
starting
4.
quarterback
Yeah.
week 1 in the this year.
There's,
I'm just
I
saying,
think.
if
Listen,
training
I think
camp-
there's definitely a possibility that, and as much as I don't want to say this, like I think Mark's going to be the starter unless he's injured. That there is still going to be a possibility that Tim could become the starter by the end of the year. But week 1, unless Mark is like physically incapable of being the starter,
That's what I'm saying.
And let's
Yeah.
not forget,
If he proves to be physically incapable, that's what I'm saying.
Tebow's never
Because
proved
of
anything
injury?
in practice or any kind.
That's what I mean too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's his that's
They didn't even
the
wanna-
biggest
So that
rap on
that's
Tebow.
just not gonna.
So he's not going to really outperform anybody on the practice field and everything. But when it's down to crunch time, that's when Tebow comes alive. So even the fact that I don't think it's going to happen because it's just they're not ready to do that yet. I don't think. And B, it's not going to happen because he's not going to outperform him in practice. That's my opinion.
I agree with you. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying if it did
it's a
happen.
hypothetical. It's a
guys get better year by year. So it definitely happens.
Yeah,
all right.
For
So
sure. Let's take a quick break now. I just spoke with Quinton's manager. He said he's dealing with a little family emergency right now, and he's trying to get him in as soon as possible. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back, and if we don't have Quinton on the line, we're going to start our Jeopardy game here. So, you listen to Flight 5. Frank, you want to take us to break with a video for Lauricia?
how about better than a video? You get all of me.
Hold the bottle.
Watch those stock prices go up.
All right, guys. Next time you're in the New York City or metropolitan area, go to your local convenience store, specifically Italy in New York City, and purchase the most pure water on the market. Lauricia Water not only offers its drinkers one of the best tasting waters on the market, but one with less mineral content than 99% of waters. So for athletes and health-conscious individuals like Nikki, stay fresh with Lauricia and cleanse out that system. Or for food lovers like the Fatty Bill, next time you set the table or have a gathering, make sure it is with Lauricia, the water that accompanies the palate just right. You can log on to www.lauricia.it, or you can call them directly at 718 area code 353-9700.
That's a Brooklyn extension, by the way.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, it is. Damn right.
Just
Speaking of Brooklyn,
second education.
Speaking of Brooklyn, we also want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Top Shelf Tailgate. One of the greatest tailgates I've been to in a long time. Me and Nick and Bill went to a inaugural tailgate at the Brazil-Argentina game. It was fabulous. We had a great time.
Tremendous.
And yeah, we'll get back to that after our talk with Quinton Coples.
Yeah, we actually have Quinton on the line here with us on Flight 5. How's it going, Quinton? Hello.
Hey, Quinn, what's going on, man?
Guess we got a bad connection.
Is it maybe the feed into the computer, or
That's fine.
can you
All right.
can you hear us on the other side of the line? All right, so maybe it's something else, but we'll try it again. But maybe we got something here.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Quinn, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, you hear us, Quinn?
Yeah, I can hear you. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you, man?
What's up, Quinn?
We appreciate you taking the time. Sorry, we got a little bad connection on our end, but thanks for calling in Flight 5. We're honored to have the first round pick of the New York Jets defensive lineman Quinton Coples here with us. Today's call from Quinton is sponsored by Team Beachbody's coach Joe Knapp. Check out his site, joeknappfitness.com. Are you ready to get healthy? Anyway, Quinton, we've had a few good guests here, and our thing here is we put you through the cover 5. There's 5 of us here, so we're going to run through 5 questions from each one of us, and we'll see how you can handle it. We actually had a great call last week by Jet legend Wesley Walker, so you got some good company. But before we do that, Quinn, obviously you can follow Quinton on Twitter at QCaesar. Tell us about that name and why you chose that first.
Q Caesar, basically it's the first letter of my name, which is Q, and I'm also a part of a fraternity called Omega Psi Phi, and it's also called the Q's. And the Caesar comes from the movie Planet of the Apes. When I was in Carolina, we went to watch Planet of the Apes, the new one, as a team, and the lead monkey and the baby monkey that became the leader was Caesar, and I was the leader of the team, so people started calling me Caesar, so I just carried the name Q Caesar.
I like it. That's nice. But all right, let's get. What about your event tomorrow? I know you have the community day in your hometown of Kinston, North Carolina. There's a barbecue, basketball games, music. What's going on there? You want to let everybody know a little more about what's going on down there?
Basically, it's a community day event for all the surrounding counties, but mainly for Kinston, the city of Kinston. Basically, just showing my appreciation and my gratitude as far as the upbringing of me, the assistant of upbringing of me with my mother and my sister and my family. Just letting people know that, letting the little children know that we still have hope and we can still accomplish big things in life, and just giving the opportunity to meet and mingle with people in my city that I really haven't mingled with personally.
That's awesome. I mean, I know there was a lot of chatter about it on Twitter and on the website. Is there a site that people can check it out, or is it really just through your Twitter and also Curtis, your manager?
Yeah. Just check it out through my Twitter. I also have links on my Twitter that you can go check the thing out. Curtis Stewart, Millennial Sports Management Group. They have links on their Twitter accounts that also that has a website or a link to it so that you can check it out, and it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely want to hear all about it if I speak to Curtis afterwards, but let's put you through the cover 5 now. We're going to ask you some questions about UNC, about the 2012 team. But first and foremost, we know Rex was one of the only coaches to put you through linebacking drills back at your pro day and your workouts. What exactly did he say to you, and did you at the time truly believe that Rex was going to do all it takes to make sure you remember the Jets?
Basically during pro day, he just made me do. He took me through some drills with the D-line coaches that was designating the drill, and then afterwards he came back and he made me do linebacker drills, which was great as well. And basically when I went on my visit, he said he would bring me out just to make sure that if I was there, he was going to take me. And he looked me in my eye and said there's a man, and he was a man of his word, and I just greatly appreciate that.
That's awesome. You're going to be standing up as outside linebacker, or you think you're going to see more with your hand in the dirt getting after the quarterback?
I'm going to be primarily down as a defensive end, but there are some packages where I would be standing up as a linebacker and dropping and things of that nature.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. What we need, man. Let's go.
Hey, Quinn, this is Brian.
Exactly.
Welcome to Jet Nation, my man. Here's your question.
Hey, thanks, man.
The past 2 months, I got a chance to talk to both Muhammad Wilkerson and Marcus Dixon, and as soon as I mentioned the name Carl Dunbar, it looked like they were ready to throw the pads on and play. So what's it been like to work with him so far, and what can we expect from this defensive line unit as a whole in 2012?
First and foremost, those two guys are great. They've definitely been great mentors and leaders to me, so I appreciate that compliment they made. And it's just a great feeling. I think we got something special. I think the team is going to be great. Overall, I think we have the right coaches and the right defense and offense. I just think everything is playing itself out. I think it's our time to make a step forward to the Super Bowl and to claim the Lombardi.
Yeah, one last thing. My mother said to tell this to you. She said, "Do me a favor and tell Quinton to jack up Tom Brady." So you got to try and accommodate my mom, man.
No Get him. Hey, Quinn, what's up, man? I'm excited to have you as a part of the New York Jets, man. We need you. We need someone like you on our team.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Just a real quick question. This is on the mind of a lot of the fans. They just want to know, why was there a production fall from junior to senior year, and why were so many analysts questioning your work ethic at times during your senior year? I mean, do you know what that was all about, or was it maybe just a coincidence that you didn't have big games against, teams that they were looking into and stuff?
I just think that the expectation level from coming out of my junior year was so high that they were just expecting me to be unbelievable, dominant in all aspects. But I just think it was a misunderstanding as far as the logistics of the game of football. People recognized the talent level that I had and what I was capable of doing. And every Saturday I went in, people were game plan against me and things of that nature. And so a lot of things went into the game plan as far as dealing with stopping me. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people that don't really understand the logistics of football didn't see that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hi, Quinton. It's Christine. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, in speaking with players and those close to the Jets, we all get the impression that there's just a really good feeling amongst the team this year, in the locker room and from minicamp. And can you, comment a little bit on this and what it's kind of been like for you coming into the situation, and tell us a little bit about that?
I'm sorry, say it again. I'm sorry.
Just, we kind of feel like there's this really great feeling with the team this year. I mean, especially given what happened last year, and the fans would like to know more about that. And how's it been at minicamp? Like, what's the environment like, the feeling, amongst the players?
It's been great. I think the feeling has been unbelievable. I'm amongst a lot of humble young men, and everybody has taken me on their wing and made sure I learned the defense and made sure I learned the ropes of the game, and I'm just excited about it. I had fun in training camp, and I had fun in minicamp, and looking forward to training camp.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, Quinn, your final question of the Cover 5 comes from Twitter. @SportsReppin wants to know, what life experience will fuel your fire to outwork your talent?
You said what major experience or what?
What life experience will fuel your fire to outwork your talent?
What rich experience will fuel my fire to outwork?
What life experience?
What rich experience?
Life experience.
Has anything in your life,
experience.
like a life experience fuels you, to this day that really makes you even outwork the talent?
Yeah. Just my upbringing. Just my mama leaving home, and when I was in middle school, to drive trucks to make sure that I had food on the table and make sure that I can have clothes on my back.
Awesome. All right. Well, Quentin, we appreciate you coming on. We look forward to seeing you out there. We hope wreak some havoc against the quarterback. And
yes,
enjoy training camp and work hard, man.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Stay healthy, my man.
Stay healthy. Do work, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Again, the Quinton call today was sponsored by Team Beachbody's coach Joe Knapp. Check out the website, joeknappfitness.com. Are you ready to get healthy, Brian? Are you?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to get healthy.
Beachbody.
I think it's about time, right?
That's right.
By the way, I have a quick quote about being healthy. Okay.
What?
You didn't mention this before, and I'm very disappointed in you, Hardy. All right. This is what Rex Ryan said, and I'm going to show you why Rex Ryan's, outlook on getting skinny is different than yours. What he's looking forward to, you know, Nick? Rex Ryan said, "It wasn't about that for me." Okay, losing weight. What it was about was I've been married for 25 years. I wasn't looking for the young girlfriend or whoever. I wanted to be healthier and live a long, healthy life. Now, for all the women out there, Nick Spano, you can follow him on Twitter @Nick Spano. He's been losing weight to find a girlfriend, not to be healthier. I know this because this is, personal insight amongst, the bros, me and Nick, you know what I mean, and Bill. But Bill, when he has low blood pressure, he sleeps all day, so we don't see him.
You know what's true about that? That's the only reason I work out. I don't care about my health at all.
Really?
It's about the women.
I'm disappointed in all of
You know
you.
what? I'm the same way, man. I don't care about my health.
Yeah,
I understand I work out that
I
much.
mean, right,
You should only work out for yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's why Rex doesn't eat 12 tacos anymore. He can only finish one.
You only finish one.
I mean,
But
I think Rex looks good, though. Yeah,
He looks
no,
great.
good for him. No,
He looks
absolutely,
great.
absolutely.
Christine, what would you rank Rex on the 1 to 10 scale?
I mean,
He's a cutie.
Come on, just off the bat.
he's a really cute, like, older man. He's adorable, and
What would
he's
you give him,
amusing.
Like an 8, 9, 10?
You're really pushing this, huh?
I mean,
He's a 2.
He's a cutie. He's got
Big shout out to
You're a
Christine's
six.
husband,
guys,
Bill.
come on.
Yeah, Bill Ty, the science guy.
Mr. Ty, Mr. Reese.
I want to give a shout out before all the decorum's gone. I just want to give a shout out to Curtis Stewart from the Millennium Sports Group.
Absolutely. Thank you
very
definitely
much, Curtis.
Follow him on Twitter at Kurt Stewart on Twitter. Very simple. And check Quinton out, Q Caesar. Check out the website, qcoples.com. Like him on Facebook, facebook.com/Team Coples.
We need a decorum meter.
Let's take a
We
break.
need a decorum meter.
Yeah, we do. We should have that. We're going to take a break. We'll come back
in the
and we'll
red.
play some Jeopardy.
That's right.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
Whoa.
He had a hard time hearing.
Mixed martial arts may be illegal in New York, but not on the Zaraza Entertainment Network. Fight Game New York Mixed Martial Arts Radio is live, next only on ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zaraza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv. Fuck what you heard.
There you go. That's better.
Hey, Jets Nation.
Holla.
Listen, I'm pumped for next week. Cortland, I'm going. Bill, Brian, I believe Christine, and Cortland's awesome. I had a great time there last year. Shout out to Drew from Jersey. That's all I'm going to say. I love that guy. Because that's where I first met Drew. And Deb was at
training camp.
Cortland, yeah. So I have to say hi to them as always. But real quick, I just want to say this. Top Chef Tailgate, which we started talking about before the show, is one of our sponsors. Pretty much, it's a great place to tailgate. You could ask Brian and Nick. We have a good time there. I love Kettle One all the time. So, like, the
He
fact that
actually
they
drinks
have
it during the show.
I drink it during the show. This isn't water.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have Kettle One available at a tailgate all the time there, and they have filet mignon, they have grilled chicken that's actually really good seasoned.
cook it fresh.
They
That's-
have fresh
everything's
pasta.
cooked
Everything's fresh. So
Nothing
their
better than fresh
tailgate was
pasta, right?
awesome. So give them a shout on Twitter at Top Shelf Tailgate, and then after the G is the number 8.
Yep.
And yeah, man, do work.
I like sitting on top of Brian over here. I want to sit on his lap.
Whoa.
Who are you wearing?
Whoa. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm ready for Jeff.
You guys, I am ready. Alexandra Trebek is in the studio.
Alexandra.
Let's get Google ready for the
Meet
answers.
you.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, we're Googling the answers over here, by the way.
No, you're
There's
not.
a chance me and Brian lose.
So everybody knows how to play Jeopardy, and that's what we're doing, except it's all about player arrests. Topical. So we have 2 teams. We got Brian and Nick and Frank and Bill. And Brian and Nick are going first. So, Brian and Nick, you go ahead and pick from our lovely Jeopardy board here.
Yeah, I'll let you pick.
Okay, the first one we're going to have is Give me one too many for 200, please.
Okay. All right. So whoever has to answer first has to make some kind of sound to indicate that you have an answer. Okay. This athlete that was recently arrested for the third time is better known by what nickname?
Oh, it was what's Marshawn Lynch's nickname? Kenny Britt. Was he third
Britt
time?
was arrested for the third time. I'm not sure.
But wasn't Marshawn Lynch arrested for the third time too? I know he's ugly.
What's his nickname, Marshawn? Oh, Beast Mode. Oh.
Wait, hold on.
What is Beast Mode? That's it.
Or who is Beast Mode?
Really?
The answer is who is Skittles?
Marshawn Lynch it looks like he bit too many Skittles.
Okay.
All right. Next team.
You gotta work on that buzzer.
You guys really suck.
That's all right. You got that haircut permanently.
All right, we're gonna go with Bill. I'm thinking you're trying to get lucky tonight. Potluck.
Yeah, potluck for 300.
For 300.
All right. He was arrested twice this offseason. The first arrest made him the second player on his team to be arrested for marijuana possession just this offseason. Looks like I made these questions pretty tough, huh?
Tough one. This is a tough one, Alexandra.
Yeah, time's running out there, guys.
All right, I would say,
I'm gonna go with.
based on this, I will go with who do we got?
He's Googling right now. Come on.
Come on, guys,
I'm not
think.
Googling, I'm
Buzz him,
texting
Chris.
this girl.
And the answer is who is Nick Fairley?
Thank you.
All right.
Fairley the body.
Right,
I'm picking
body,
this
I
one.
forgot.
Maybe we better
Chris,
go for the $100.
I'm going for the
question.
kill. Give me famous conductors for 400.
Wow.
All
Go
right,
big time.
ready?
Wow.
17 players from this 2005 NFL team were implicated in the famous Love Boat scandal.
No. That'd be
Who are the Minnesota Vikings?
That is correct.
Yeah, it's a 400 spot. And they actually just recently hired a self-proclaimed
That's a 400
scumbag.
question?
They did.
That's a joke.
Yeah, it's
All right,
okay.
you guys are up.
That's a
Listen,
Team
you guys
Hacker.
didn't get the easy one, so I wouldn't be saying who's joking.
Team,
All right.
team
Frank, why don't you
Salad
take
Bowl.
this one, Frank?
I will go with one too many for 100, ma'am.
Okay. This New York athlete smashed his BMW into several parked cars less than 2 miles away from my home.
I know what this is. Who is David Deal? Thank
Correct.
you very much.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
still trailing by
damn.
300, Hammer.
All right, Bryce.
Okay, yeah. Can I get especially since I'm a fan of this? Can I get ass alts for 300, please?
Indeed. This Drew Rosenhaus client, who was temporarily banned from a mall last summer, was recently arrested for the first time.
Yes. What was this one?
Would you like that repeated?
No, I think who is Des Bryant?
That is correct.
Booyah! Ka-cha,
Wow,
700.
how
Team
much was
haircut.
that one? 300?
Oh,
I think it's like 700 to like.
100.
We gotta go for 400, Frank.
Hey, go for another $100 question,
wiping the
Hammer.
board out.
Let's go for
Let's go one too many, 400.
let's go one too many for 400.
It is Friday night.
That's true.
Okay. Arrested for public intoxication, this athlete was found drunk as a skunk swimming in a city canal.
Whoa. Was that Frank's ex-girlfriend? What a body.
Repeat
Sure.
that.
Arrested for public intoxication, this athlete was found drunk as a skunk swimming in the city canal.
Okay, I'm gonna go with who is Eric Wright?
And the answer is who is Pat McAfee?
That's the Saints guy? Was it the
Oh,
Saints?
that's a cool punter.
That's my boy too. I love.
By the way, you guys, that canal is disgusting. I can't believe
He
we're
was
swimming in it.
Go ahead, Nick.
All right, Chris. Let's go for what's the other 400 on the board?
We got potluck as
Potluck for 400.
Sure. This former Bengals receiver has been tackled more by police officers than by defensive players after being arrested 5 times in a 2.5-year period.
Who is
Inclu-
Jerome Simpson?
No, that is not correct.
Oh.
Was it Chris Henry?
No, the other team. Does the other team have a chance to answer? We should have probably started that from the beginning.
We do.
Who is I don't know, but you're gonna say something, dude? I mean, come on, I'm gonna answer all these questions.
Relax. We don't know.
Okay, the answer
who is
is
we don't know?
the answer is Chris Henry.
I just gave you the answer. You guys are that
my
meek do not.
All right, keep going.
Come on.
you it was
Come
Chris
on.
Henry.
Frank and
onward.
Bill, I'll give you guys a chance to pick a question.
Go with.
They don't know.
You guys, there's still a 400 assault for 400.
Let's go. Assault.
Okay, this athlete has been arrested several times and most recently faced 20 years in prison stemming from charges of assault with a deadly weapon.
Holy crap.
What's Assault with a deadly weapon. Who would be dumb enough to do that? Who is Kia Mose?
Robinson.
I'm gonna give the other team a chance to answer.
Okay.
Are you really googling this?
No, he's not. He's writing something.
Who
to
is
me.
Elvis Dumervil?
No, the correct answer is who is Aqib Talib.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. That's my.
He had the Scubets in the trunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few more minutes here.
Okay. Let's go.
It's all right. I'm banking on.
I'm up, actually.
I'm banking on Final Jeopardy.
What's Chris? What's the biggest number we got left?
We got famous conductors for 300.
Give me that.
Okay. Oops. This athlete and his brother banged on the locked glass doors at a Hampton Inn and pulled the fire alarm.
Oh, I know it.
Oh wait,
Oh, I know it. It's who is Dion Lewis?
That is correct.
Oh, you guys are getting smoked.
Oh my god.
All right, boys, you better step up.
All right. We will go with.
Yeah, that guy's gangster for pulling a fire
There's
alarm.
still one too many for 300.
Go with that one.
Okay. This athlete, at the time of his arrest, registered a blood alcohol level 3 times the legal limit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wow.
So brings back memories.
Yeah, it brings back memories of going through your phone.
You guys
for the
need a
answers.
lifeline right now.
Good job.
Yeah, do we have like? Can we ask the producer Anthony?
You know what? In the interest, you guys, seriously, in the interest of like feeling really bad,
Who is Aaron Berry?
is that your final answer?
Final answer.
The answer is Justin Blackman.
Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Man.
You guys really need to follow along on Twitter more.
What do we got left?
Is it final?
We got 1 and 200s from potluck assaults and famous conductors.
Famous conductors for 100.
Okay, he's famous for making it rain, among many other
Oh,
things.
who is my boy, my role model, my idol, the guy who taught me how to toss singles in the air like I just don't care. Big shout out to my boy Panda who goes to Lace every weekend. Adam Pac-Man Jones.
That is correct.
Who is Adam Pac-Man?
All right, team Bill and Frank.
All right, we'll go with assaults for 200, please.
Okay.
Let's go, Turd Ferguson.
His sons put this former player's Super Bowl ring up for auction this past spring. Frank, you gotta know this one,
You
dude.
guys don't know this. Not seriously.
Say that one more time.
His son put this former player's Super Bowl ring up for auction this past
Who is
spring.
Lawrence Taylor?
That is correct.
Thank God.
Nice.
I think we have to go to Final Jeopardy, Chris.
I was
Even
gonna
though
say-
they
Okay.
smoked.
I was gonna say Sean Puffy Combs.
It's too it's too bad because I got one more really good
All
one.
right, so give me that.
Give me that one
Okay.
for whatever it is.
This is potluck for 200.
Okay.
This athlete pled guilty to drug charges after police confiscated a package containing 2.5 pounds of pot from his home.
Oh,
Can we steal this one?
No, that's the one he said before.
Yeah, who is that's Jerome Simpson.
That is correct. 2.5 pounds, you guys.
Wow,
Just
we're
saying.
getting
What
murked.
are we winning by? Like 2,800 by now?
The answer, it's 1300. It's 1,300 to 300.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's
I am
good.
so
Good job.
confident that we're
Nice,
gonna
that's
win
good.
Final Jeopardy that if you guys win it, you win.
Exactly.
Fine, let's go.
Okay.
Risk it
All
all.
or nothing.
All right, here we go,
Let's
Chris.
What do you got?
All or nothing.
We'll
Okay.
put our all
So how do we
Listen,
decide?
don't say the answer.
How do we decide who gets to pick and who gets to like weigh in?
No,
like,
we write the
We're gonna
Write
write
the
the
answer.
answer.
oh, that's
down.
right. That's right. Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
need to
Sorry.
think,
Sorry.
guys. You
Okay, you ready? Final Jeopardy. This hashtag idiot NFL player was recently arrested for the 8th time since entering the league in 2009. Do you need it repeated for anyone?
No.
Is it? No.
Do, 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 do,
Is he still in the league?
that's all you got.
Can you read it one more time?
Looking
This
through the phone.
This
We're not.
hashtag idiot NFL player was recently arrested for the 8th time since entering the league in 2009. I think a few of our listeners have the correct answer.
Don't bring up the listeners page. Don't do it.
We know who it is.
No, you can't do that.
Stop You know what, Frank?
Chill,
Hold on a
we
second,
didn't do
Billy.
anything.
I'm writing it down on a
Okay,
piece of
you can
paper.
write-
All I'm going to say about it is
Bill, you might wanna
this. If
steer
you've
clear
been
of this
following my timeline, you would have all of these answers.
All right. Hold it.
Who the hell could it be? It's
All right, hold it up to the camera on 3.
Hold on.
Okay.
We gotta sound the buzzer.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Give us a 3 count.
I can't read that.
No, it's in the camera.
Okay, take a shot, Nick. I have no idea what it is.
Ding, 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 ding,
All right,
ding,
hold
ding.
on. Let's see if they get it.
What do
If
they
not,
Okay, hold on.
All right,
if not, I like my steak
By the
medium
way,
well.
It's E, not an A, Nick. Second letter.
that's an E.
Okay.
That's his fatty finger.
It's okay.
there's no way.
Spelling
I
doesn't.
think we got the answer.
Okay.
We go first?
They already went.
We already got it.
Okay,
What
Chris.
did you say? Oh, you put it up?
Everybody show. That is correct. Both teams are correct.
Which game they won? Okay. Good job.
Hey, you guys, the moral of this story is follow Christine's tweets because you would have all these answers.
That's right.
I wouldn't if I was you.
Wow, Brian, I got that.
I would not.
Second.
That was good.
I was like, I know it.
bro.
At first, I thought it was who was it? Who did I say first? Oh, Dez.
Yeah, Des Bryant wasn't on there, but he probably was in one of the questions.
All right, we're gonna announce. We got 5 minutes. Pretty good timing, actually. We're gonna announce the winner of the season 1. He did.
Tournament.
Now
He officially
This guy,
did.
he's permanently dead.
this guy, we cannot say his name on the show, and if this and whoever.
Can we tweet his name though? Are we going that so far as?
You know what? I don't think so.
No, you can't.
Just
You can't
on the
mention
show.
him at
There's a
all.
$5 penalty every time you say
Yes,
his name.
yeah.
$5 goes into the jar.
Crap.
Seriously.
With that, we are going to cut to the trailer.
Uh-oh.
The
Are you
epic
guys ready?
trailer. I don't know who made this trailer. I found it.
Some hashtag SB.
It's honestly, it's tremendous.
It's
tremendous.
It is tremendous.
Same type of guy who gets selling a haircut in the same store
Yeah, that's true.
as they call me.
All right, Darren Ravel, Plaxico Burris.
We
Who
will
is
cut
it?
to that.
And the winner of the season 1 tournament of He Dead is
None other than
none other
hashtag
than
SB.
wide receiver Plaxico Burris.
He did.
Plaxico Burris, that is the last time we will mention your name on the show.
That's
You, my friend, are dead.
He did.
So that means Schmaxico Schmurris, the wide receiver who is now
Good
gone
catch.
from the New York Jets, thank God, is officially dead.
Did.
He is dead.
It was really close, guys.
was.
It
Really
was.
close.
Don't worry. I could see Ravel making a week 1 comeback in
I
round
did too.
2.
You know, I'm
Along with
surprised that Ravel beat Florio during the contest.
He's
Florio's
so
going to have a
douchey, though.
strong
Yes, he's king douche.
I think it's true. I think we have a little. Do we have a ceremonial way to send off Schmaxico or no?
Absolutely do.
Let's do
Yes,
it.
what
Let's
we're
send
going to
him
do is
off.
we're going to play you the video that probably, edged out Plax to
Yes.
win this. And that was when he appeared on First Take and just, had some opinions about, Nick's boy, Christine's boy, Brian's boy, and Bill's boy, Mark Sanchez. So we'll
Notice
get
he didn't
to
mention
that.
himself.
And, yeah, no, I'm not
Maniac.
here at the moment. I'm off the clock. This is the OT.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not here.
Let's cut to it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut to the video. Check us out on Twitter, guys. We're always on there
At 5 and live.
and live. Yes, you can check us out there. Ask us any questions you guys want us to, retweet an article you guys have. Again, we're for fans, by fans, for fans, however you want to look at it.
Beautiful.
We're for you guys. You guys are here for us. So, let's enjoy the Jets season.
Yes,
Cortland
sir.
starts next Friday. Let's go, and I'm pumped.
Absolutely, baby.
Peace out.
Take care.
Your thoughts on where you would fit best, where you would like to play, and where you ultimately will play next season?
I mean, Marcelo said it best. You just look at a situation like going to Carolina and what they have over there in Cam Newton and Greg Olsen and Steve Smith. It's just a great fit. You just look at everything that Cam was able to do last year, coming in his rookie season, and just really just going out and flourishing, in front of the world and really showing everybody that he's on his way to being an elite quarterback.
Have you talked with Carolina? Is the process underway?
I talked to Cam Newton, several times.
Yeah.
He was down here this offseason throwing. I didn't get the opportunity to go out and throw with him, but I've been in contact with him in the offseason and just getting a feel for him and you know, I really like him as a quarterback.
Let me get this out the way right off the bat. What's going on, big boy?
What's up?
45 receptions last season, fewest in a full season for your career. 612 yards, fewest in a full season for your career. I don't blame you. I don't feel that you had the ball thrown to you enough. There's a lot of problems that were going on in the Jets locker room last year. We all know what it is. Rex Ryan has been on the record. I guess for me, I know that you look at it and you know that you could play better or you could have done more.
Yeah.
How much did that factor into the kind of season you had last year, and how much do you think that's affecting you right now as you're looking for a new home?
Well, you know, when I look at what I did last year, you know, being away from the game for 2 years and being able to go out and play at the level that I did and being able to go out and score 8 touchdowns, you know, when I went to the Jets the last year, the year before that, they was last in the red zone.
Okay.
You know, last time I checked last season, I was there, we was number 1. And, you know, I'm a lot stronger than what I was last year, you know, obviously. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at, you know, that the kind of shape that I'm in. And, you know, I'm ready to go compete, you know, back at the level in which I know I can play at. And until they see me go out there and lace them up and go out there and, you know, catch some footballs and have some fun, you know, I'm just gonna keep, you know, grinding, working out down here.
Maybe the problem was the Jets need a better quarterback. Maybe they need Tim Tebow at quarterback.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
Well, what do you think Tebow's impact will be on your ex-team next year?
You know, they have something in store for them that, you know, nobody knows. You know, Rex is a, you know, very charismatic guy. He already has his plan of what they want to do with him. You know, my thing is that, you know, they have Tony Sperano up there as the head coach from the Miami Dolphins. He's offensive coordinator. I know in Miami they ran a lot of Wildcat. He's beefing up for some reason. I don't think it's to be the punt protector. You know, I think he's going to get, you know, maybe, you know, 5-10 carries a game, you know, inside the red zone.
Can you see him being the
maybe.
starting quarterback mid-season?
It's a possibility. I mean, you can't rule it out. I mean, they did bring him in for a reason. I think he's going to make Mark Sanchez a better quarterback. I think, you know, when they bring somebody in at your position, you know, he's going to compete.
Is Mark Sanchez the answer at quarterback for the Jets? Can he win a Super Bowl for the Jets?
They just paid him, so I think they believe he is.
But that's not the question.
Do you think he can take them to a title?
I think the defense will. You know,
yeah.
I think
that's a good answer.
I think
we get it.
I think they definitely have a Super Bowl defense.
So he can be along for the ride.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all not gonna get away with asking Plexico these questions without getting to the one.
Oh,
real
now
question
you're gonna defend Plexico.
No, the one real question that I want to ask. Since Tim Tebow is in New York City, okay, I don't see you rushing to go back to the New York Jets. I mean, how excited is any receiver in the NFL? It's one thing to be a teammate of his. How excited is any receiver to be playing with Tim Tebow?
Hey man, you know, the best answer I can come up with is that being a great competitor, you know, overshadows a lot of abilities and players in this league.
Do you want to play with them?
Hey, yes, he does. You know why?
No, let him answer. No. That question was for Plexico, not you.
It's for me.
No, it's for him.
I want to answer for Plexico.
No, you don't get to.
Hey, I do not doubt he's a great person. You know, he's a great competitor.
We don't want to hear that.
I've seen him, you know, win games in the fourth quarter. But as a, you know, starting wide receiver in the NFL, and you walk out there, you know, on Sundays and you line up, I don't think you're really, you know, like, you know.
You can say
it's not Peyton Manning
just
back
let
there.
it go.
Well, it's not Peyton Manning.
Right.
He threw for 316.
We don't need
Wait,
that.
let me finish. He threw for 316 against the number 1 ranked Steelers defense in a playoff game. And he's probably a top 10 deep thrower in the league. Yeah, go ahead and do your fake laugh.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Can we
go
move
ahead.
on? Can we move on?
He can throw deep thrower. He's a really. Rex has said it. Rex said he's a very underrated deep
Plex
thrower.
knows basketball. We can move on. We ain't doing that.